Hi everyone. It is a beautiful, sunshiny, absolutely freezing day, and so I thought I would stay inside and do a couple of videos on peptides. Uh, Peptides, as I'm going to refer to them now, are signaling molecules that increase our own production of growth hormone. I just took a class on this past fall, and let me tell you that my staff hates it when I take a class. It's just one more thing for everyone else to have to learn about. But this is a very exciting area of functional medicine. When I did my fellowship 5 or 6 years ago, we learned about peptides, which are signaling molecules, like I just alluded to, that increase production of growth hormone. And one of the more popular peptides at the time to use was something called sermorelin or sermorelin, depending on what part of the country you're from. But over the past 5 to 10 years, there has been a significant amount of data and improvements in the types of peptides that are available. There are actually over 7,000 different peptides that have been isolated. More than 60 have been approved by the FDA, most of them under what's called the orphan law. That means that they are too chemically similar to molecules that are in the human body so that they can't be patented. There's limited profitability and in developing them commercially, but they can be compounded. These peptides are extremely exciting because, unlike hormones, these peptides are just causing an increase in production of our own growth hormone isolates. As we age, our gonadal hormones decline because our gonads get old and they're unable to continue to make hormones in the amounts that they did when we were younger. The amount of growth hormone that's produced also declines as we get older, but not because the pituitary is aging. You could be 100 years old and your pituitary is capable of making enough growth hormone isolates for 5 adults. But what's happened is that the signaling from the hypothalamus to the pituitary becomes quiet over time. And so because of that, we see this gradual decline in growth hormone levels. When we use peptides, we're just replacing that signal from the hypothalamus to the pituitary and telling the pituitary to, hey, wake up and make more of the hormone that you used to 20 years ago. This is exciting because it is essentially non-toxic. When we use hormones, we have the potential of missing the mark by underdosing or overdosing, but when we're using peptides, this is much safer because those signals aren't doing anything in and of themselves. They're just encouraging our own body to produce more of what it used to. So that hormone then follows all of the same safety checks and balances that it did when we were younger. Growth hormone really is our master anabolic regulator. People refer to it as the fountain of youth, and there's a reason for that. When we start using peptides in patients, what we initially see is lengthening of slow wave sleep. That's the restorative, regenerative type of sleep. So even people who don't necessarily report having sleep issues will report that their sleep is much deeper, they're dreaming again, they wake up feeling refreshed, whereas maybe before they were not. It's not a medicated type of sleep, but it's just a much deeper type of sleep. Then we start to see an improvement in memory and cognition. People have less problems with word finding, remembering where they put their keys or parked their car. And then we see an improvement in metabolism. Growth hormone really is one of the major drivers of the speed with which our metabolism operates. And so we see a mobilization of fat, an improvement in the ability to build lean muscle tissue and to take weight off, particularly around the center area. As time goes on and we use peptides longer, we see improvements in bone density, cardiovascular output, immune system function, hair growth on your head, collagen production underneath the skin. Growth hormone really touches almost every organ system in the body in a very positive way. If you think that you might benefit from peptide therapy, I encourage you to give us a call here at Lindgren Functional Medicine or send me a note on my Facebook page. Thanks so much for watching today, everyone. Have a great day.